My friends, this is Dr. B, the best doctor in medicine and the most caring doctor in medicine. After more than 30 years at high level in medicine, Dr. B wants to remind you to please never forget that Dr. B genuinely loves you and Dr. B genuinely cares about you. And I say this from the bottom of my life. I apologize, it's getting late. From the bottom of my heart. Today, Dr. B wants to tell you, to talk to all of you who are suffering from mental fatigue. I posted a video a few days ago about physical fatigue. Physical fatigue. Pay attention to this. Physical fatigue. Fatigue. There are two aspects. Physical fatigue and mental fatigue. Physical fatigue is the guy or the lady who wakes up in the morning and then 2 hours after waking up, they feel physically tired, like it's the end of the day after 2 or 3 or 4 hours. By 12 o'clock, they're already done, right? Physical fatigue, right? Fatigue in medicine, we call that also asthenia. Asthenia. Tiredness, this tiredness that is physical, right? They wake up in the morning, after 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 hours, it looks like it's the evening to them, physically speaking. And of course, I posted a video and I said that the list of the causes, what in medicine we call etiologies of physical fatigue, is longer than the penis of a horse. Today, I want to talk to all of you who have this mental fatigue. Mental fatigue, this brain that is tired. Your brain is tired. You've had enough of your life, right? I am not talking about depression. Not talking about depression, right? I am not talking about anxiety. I am not talking about insomnia. I am talking about this fatigue, this tiredness in your brain. You've had enough of it, right? And I see a lot of these patients every day at our beautiful cardiovascular clinic. Patients that are young, patients that are middle-aged, patients that are like me, 50, 60, 70, 80, all ages. They don't seem happy. They don't have the smile. They don't look at you in the eyes. They don't respond. They are not kind. It looks like they have a stick in their ass. Right? Walking around with a stick. Imagine if you walk around with a stick constantly in your ass. You're just going to be always frowning. You're not happy. There's this stick that you want to remove from your ass, because whether you stand or you sit or you walk, there is this freaking stick up into your rear end, right? And these people are like that. Obviously, I am always extremely professional, and I have to be, and I love every human being the same, whether or not they are happy or not happy, whether they are kind, whether they say thank you, whether they give me a big hug after I'm done with them, whether they express gratitude or not. But I see a lot of people, right, every day, and I apologize when I say a lot. I would say maybe out of the 10 patients that I see, right, I spend 1 hour per patient, right? So I see between 8 to 10 patients per day checking their heart, right? I would say 1 or maybe 2, right, is walking around with a stick in their rear end. They are just not happy. They are not grateful for my kindness, the way my bedside manners, my happiness talking to them, right? And obviously I treat them with utmost respect, but I can see after 2 seconds, from the moment I bring them, I call them from the waiting room. They have this frown. Have a seat, sir. And then I take them in the exam room. Of course, I sit face to face, talk to them, put a smile on my face, and doing the questionnaire, medical history, surgical history, social history, blah, blah, blah. They're just not happy. They don't smile. They don't care. They're just like, this is called physical physical fatigue, and I can see it when I talk to them, the way they respond. And of course I ask all the time, all my patients, so sir or so ma'am, what do you do for a living, right? Engineers, I get engineers, lawyers, nurses, I mean everything. Our beautiful clinic is here in this beautiful but expensive city of Mountain View, California. Most 90% of our patients are high class, higher class socioeconomically speaking, engineer, lawyer, teachers, I mean educated people, all right? And these people who make a lot of money, who can afford to visit us in our beautiful cardiovascular clinic over there, right there a few minutes from my beautiful apartment. They are educated, they have money, they own big properties, big homes and villas and property all around Silicon Valley, but they walk around with a stick in their rear end. And this mental fatigue that I can discern immediately from the moment I call them to the waiting room is mostly due to the stress that they have in their life. Chronic stress, raising kids, fighting with the husband, fighting with the wife, fighting with the kids, paying the mortgage, paying the bills, and of course they have this extensive lifestyle where they have 4 cars in their garage and a house that is 7 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms. They own a property there, another villa in Europe, another condo in freaking Cabo San Lucas in Mexico. I mean, these are rich people. These are not poor people that I see at our beautiful cardiovascular clinic in Mountain View. These are wealthy people, educated, wealthy people, but they are not happy. 1 out of 10 or 1 out of 8 of my patients have definitely this mental fatigue, and it's obviously not depression or anxiety. I'm a doctor, I can tell you in 2 minutes who is depressed and who has anxiety disorders. They are just tired of their life, of making a ton of money, paying a ton of bill, and working like dogs, and it's just a vicious circle that never ends. And of course, husband and wife in these marriages are not happy. They are together just because they are financial partners to save a ton of money for their future, for their retirement, and then of course they will die of dementia or heart attack or a stroke or a cancer because of this chronic stress, right, caused by their mental fatigue. Mental fatigue causes chronic stress, and chronic stress makes your brain produce cortisol. Cortisol decreases your immune system, so you become prone to infections, to cancers. Inflammation gives you dementia, heart failure. I mean, it's crazy what chronic stress can do to you. These people have a lot of money in the bank, but they are not happy. They don't enjoy life. If you are part of these people, there is only one solution to get rid of this mental fatigue. If you are educated, you got money, if you are not enjoying your life, if you are constantly stressed, if you have constantly this mind that is fuzzy, that is cluttered, that is tired, you've had enough of your life, you need, my friend, to declutter your life. You need to declutter it mentally and physically. You need to not wait until you retire to sell that big house, 7 bedroom, 5 bathroom that you have. You don't need such a big stuff. You need to do like Dr. B. You get rid of all your second car, third car. You keep only 1 car, right? And you declutter. You sell that huge ugly mansion that costs you thousands and thousands and $1,000 in property tax, maintenance and everything. You don't need that stupid swimming pool. You can go to the swimming pool over there at the community swimming pool, even though we have a beautiful swimming pool and a beautiful gym in our condominium, but I don't have to take care of it. I don't have to worry about it, right? You need to declutter. You need to make your life smaller, right? If you have an ex-wife or an ex-husband and your kids are grown up, get rid of them. You don't need an ex-wife or an ex-husband in your life once your kids are grown up. Just get rid of them. My ex-girlfriend, I kicked them out of my life. I eliminated 90% of my cell phone numbers from these friends and girlfriends and blah, 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 who call you or text you only when they need money. I decluttered my life. I sold my second car. I don't own any property anywhere. All I have is this beautiful one-bedroom apartment, pristine, gorgeous, beautiful. Not even one grain of dust or not even one little bug, right? I would have a heart attack if I see a bug or a grain of dust, right? The lady comes to clean my apartment every Saturday and Sundays, does my laundry. Everything is super pristine, right? So you need to declutter. You don't need to save millions of dollars in the bank for your retirement. By the time you retire, you're going to die very quickly. Your kids are going to fight for your millions. You don't need all that money. You need to lower your expectations. You need to lower your ambitions. You need to be happy and content with a normal, simple life like Dr. B. I live with frugality, right? I live with simplicity. I live with modesty, right? I don't give a cat, so I could buy the most beautiful Mercedes-Benz over there, put it over there, 700 horsepower or Corvette, paid cash, no need to get a loan. But for what? What's the point? Right? I'm going to always worry that they're going to steal it. I'm going to be always worried that they scratch it, right? I own a beautiful Honda Accord, 10 years old. I maintained it nice and clean. 10-year-old Honda Accord. I can park it anywhere. I know nobody's going to steal it. They're not going to steal a 10-year-old Honda Accord. They're going to steal the BMWs and Mercedes and Corvette and Porsches and everything, which I don't own because I don't see the point. I don't like to show up with my car. I show up with my brain. Anybody who shows up with his car has a problem in the brain. All these guys who love to buy these beautiful, gorgeous, huge SUV, 700 horsepower. Oh, look at my BMW. Look at my Mercedes-Benz. There's a problem in their brain. It's because their brain, I don't get it. If you are smart, right? You don't show up with your car. You don't show up with that. You show up with your brain, right? I don't need to show up with a Mercedes-Benz. I show up with my brain, and my patients love me. I am their king. They put a crown on my head. They love me even more than their own kids, right? So you need to learn how to declutter your life, how to simplify your life. You need to declutter it. Where the catso did I put it? Mentally and physically, right? Physically by getting rid of and I got rid of my storage, no more. Sold half of it, gave half of it to the Salvation Army. And of course, mentally, you don't need all these friends and connections. And my God, I used to be a party guy. I used to know everybody in my neighborhood, a lot of friends and girlfriends and contacts. My God, it's extremely stressful of a lifestyle to maintain. It's pretty good when you're young. Every one of my ex-girlfriends had extended families, whether she's Asian or Mexican or stuff. You always, every weekend, have to go to this house to visit the mom and then to go to the other house to visit the sister. Each time, of course, they eat like pig. You have to bring flowers and chocolate and drink alcohol and blah. I mean, it's an extremely stressful life. You never have the time, like Dr. B now, to relax, to read a book, to read a medical article, to meditate, right? To meditate, to do your Pilates, to go to the gym 2 hours and relax and push weight and lift weight and do your cardio, to sleep good at night. 9 hours I sleep every night, right? I have the time to learn my language number 6, which is the Thai language. I have the time to do my meditation. I have the time to do my yoga. I have the time to do amazing stuff. I have the time to improve my knowledge in advanced mathematics, chemistry, advanced biophysics, everything that I have the time to do by getting rid of these material possessions, of this endless thirst for materialism that has taken over the entire freaking Western world, where everything that matters is to show off your freaking house, your Lamborghini, your Mercedes, and blah, blah, blah. My God. But don't be mistaken, I'm not a minimalist. I love to surround myself by beautiful things, but the minimum that I need, a beautiful, pristine apartment with a gorgeous balcony. I sit down on weekends, I have my coffee with my laptop, I read the news and everything, right? Minimalist, right? Is not that. I am an essentialist. I am not a minimalist. A minimalist is a guy who has just a table, a bed, and a computer. No. I like beautiful things, but I'm not a materialist. Right? I'm an essentialist. I like to have my beautiful Honda Civic, right? I put my CDs, listen to my music while I drive, listen to the news and everything, right? But I don't need a Mercedes-Benz or Lamborghini. I don't need a villa in Mexico. I don't need a mansion in Florida, right? That's what you need to do. If you have mental fatigue, the only solution for you, my friend, is to declutter your life, because this chronic inflammation, this fatigue you have in your brain creates, of course, stress. Stress creates chronic inflammation. Chronic inflammation causes dementia, causes heart failure. It decreases your immune system, which therefore makes you not be able to fight cancers and infections, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's the silent enemy, the silent killer, the invisible silent killer inside you, right? This freaking mental fatigue over the years, it's going to take its toll on you. Mental fatigue will over the year cause so much stress, so much chronic inflammation that eventually you're going to die of a cancer, of heart failure, of dementia, and much more. I don't want to go into the detail. So what the cats are you waiting for? To start slowly but surely. Don't do it in 1 week. It takes time to declutter your life. It took me about 2 years to be able to declutter my life mentally and physically. Slowly over time, you get rid of this, get rid of that, get rid of this, get rid of that. Slowly over time, you can do it. What the katso are you waiting? Make sure you start decluttering your life, and I swear to God, you will be so happy if you follow Dr. B. I love you guys. Dr. B loves you regardless of your gender, ethnicity, color of your skin, religion, blah, 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 blah. Dr. B promised that he will always treat you the same regardless of everything. I will always love you, whether you're a man, a woman, or you claim to be anything in between, whether you're bisexual, pansexual, heterosexual, asexual, polysexual, any sexual. I love you, whether you're a Democrat, a Republican, Hindu, Buddhist, a Muslim, a Christian, atheist. I love you guys. I love you guys. Thank you guys for your beautiful messages, encouragement and everything. It means a lot to me to help grow this channel. Help me guys to grow this channel so that I can reach more people with my science. I opened this channel not for the money, not for the glory, not for the fame. I swear to God, I make enough money in our beautiful cardiovascular clinic. I've been in medicine for 30 years and I don't have no wife, no kids, no ex-wife, no girlfriends, right? So how much money do I need? And I'm never going to retire from medicine. I'm going to keep working in medicine. Medicine is my wife. I'm never going to let medicine go away. I'm going to do medicine until I'm 100 years old, right? And I die peacefully, healthy in my sleep. I've been to every country that I needed to go. I lived in 6 countries. I visited probably 60. I'm done with the traveling stuff. Retirement is not made for me. I will never separate from my wife called medicine. So I'm not here for the money. Help me grow this channel so that I can reach more people, to be a counterweight, a counterbalance to all this fake medical information and medical disinformation and medical misinformation that I see online everywhere, not just here but everywhere. It just pisses me off. That's why I'm here. Kopkun Mac Mac, Kopkun Nakrap, Sawadee Crap. Put your comments, your question, any katso you want to ask. Dr. B is always available, and I will always be there for you. May God bless you and help you to stay always healthy and successful, and healthy with the help of Dr. B. I love you guys. Thank you guys. I hope to talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.